The AI trading model is live, and it has already outperformed the QQQ by 2x and the S&P 500 by almost 4x. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Your Wealth by Design. What you're looking at is my live M1 finance account, and these are the current holdings. On April 6th, I seeded this portfolio with $1,000 to publicly validate the advanced strategy. No paper trading, no hypotheticals, just real returns. If we take a look at the funding history, you can see that there was only ever one deposit, a single $1,000 transfer. All the gains that you see are pure market returns, real world returns, which for a little over a month currently sit at a very impressive 43.65% return. If we compare that to the S&P 500 over the same time period, the S&P returned 12.19% and the QQQ returned 21.2%. I think it's interesting to point out how close we were to the absolute bottom of the drawdown. Even if we gave the benchmark the ideal scenario to compete against the strategy, increasing the number of days and giving it the maximum return possible from the absolute bottom, it still only managed to return 27.77% from the QQQ, which compared to our 43.65%, I'm pretty proud of the outperformance. So neither index can match the AI's returns. The reason I point out this recent rally is not because the AI timed the exact bottom. It didn't, and it's not designed to. I bring it up because when the market is ripping upward and seemingly everything is green, it's tempting to feel like you're a genius. It's almost impossible not to make money. So I have a serious question for you. How much did you make since April 6th? Were you able to match the AI's returns? Did you beat the AI's returns? I want you to look at your portfolio right now and ask yourself, did I get lucky? Or is what I'm doing actually a repeatable strategy? Because eventually luck runs out. If your strategy is not adaptable, the market will eventually shift. What worked yesterday will not work tomorrow. And if you can't adapt to that, you're going to get left behind. The reason this is important is because my back testing across thousands of tickers has proven one thing. The Your Wealth by Design strategy doesn't just identify winning stocks, it maps out the actual physics of what generates a winner. That's why the true value of Your Wealth by Design lives right here on Patreon with the daily updates. Every market day, approximately 30 minutes before the closing bell, all the intel goes live. We do this 30 minutes before the close because it allows us to capture the vast majority of the day's market data, ensuring that we make the most informed, highest probability trades possible. And right now, the open beta is completely free. So when you make your way to the Patreon and you scroll down to the strategy you want to follow, today we're highlighting the advanced strategy. You click on today's update, and what you'll see is absolute transparency. You'll see the exact trades that I made, as well as precisely how the strategy is performing on an extremely granular level. Additionally, I've scripted a dedicated AI model to help break it all down in clear, plain English. You get a highly curated news section pinpointing the exact catalysts impacting our holdings for all the holdings, a snapshot of the strategy's current performance, as well as commentary on the prevailing market trends that we are currently capitalizing on, and the full historical charting of the backtests. The historical charting is helpful for a few reasons. Even though this is the hypothetical backtest and the only true record of the strategy's performance is the live trades that I'm actually making, the historical charting is useful because it shows that there are going to be times where if you zoom in on any one particular moment in time, clearly there are times where we underperform the benchmark and then go above the benchmark. And then there are times where we catch the next mega trend and significantly outperform the benchmark. But if you zoom out, you can see that there's a clear trend. And what I'm particularly proud of is the model's ability to adapt to whatever the prevailing trend is in the market. If the strategy was just a levered version of the benchmark, we would see outperformance when the benchmark goes up, and then we would also fall back down with the benchmark. But that doesn't happen. We captured this trend here. During a risk-on phase, we're going to see the most gains when valuations are running hottest and the trends run the longest. That's the chance for the strategy to outperform by significant margins. However, there's also a a hidden superpower of the strategy, if you will. During significant downturns, the strategy was able to maintain capital and eke out a return. So in a year where the QQQ was just completely down, straight down for a full year, the strategy is able to maintain capital and then capitalize on the prevailing trends during that time, which when I looked into the historical trades that the model was making during this time, it was buying energy stocks. So it demonstrates that regardless of what's going on in the market, something is going up, whether there's a rotation into defensive stocks, consumer staples, or energy stocks. The strategy was able to identify those trends and adapt to them rapidly and hold the trend to its full duration. So I'm excited to continue tracking it, and I plan to release these in-depth strategy reviews every other month. There's a lot of content for me to cover. I still have to cover the other strategies and the market research, and there are still many upgrades and feature build outs that I want to implement, that I gotta work on. I'm really excited to share this with you today and what I'm currently holding, but I probably won't be able to get back to the advanced strategy again until next month at the earliest. So if you want to cut through the noise and understand the actual physics of capital rotation and see the exact transparent moves I'm making every single day before the market closes, click the link in the description. The Your Wealth by Design open beta is live and 100% free to access right now. So join the beta, subscribe to the YouTube, and I'll see y'all soon.